Good morning. It is May 19th, 2021. And here's what we're looking at for the day. We had a downtrend. Um, we had a break of that. We had a leg down and then another leg down. And then we got this reversal pattern right here. And I have my trend channel drawn like this. I had it drawn differently earlier. But this, it works. It worked out the way I had it drawn earlier, which was steeper, but it works out this way as well. You get an overshoot that leads to a break. We get leg up, leg up, and now we're getting this reversal. So yeah, pretty. If you stay with the trend and trade with the trend, pretty easy to read and a lot of second entries, especially in the morning. Let's take a look. I actually woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't sleep, so I got my chart set up, and that was about here. This was a first failed second entry, or second entry short, and yeah, off the trend channel, boom. It was a strong downtrend. I have my downtrend drawn differently than Mack, so if you saw Mack's drawn differently, that's fine. Either way, it works. What time is this? This is after 5 o'clock. You get a first entry, second entry at the trend channel, at the trend line. I feel like maybe this midline is actually down here. You can see we get some touches there, but I just drew it so that the lows were off this low right here. But yeah, we get a second entry right here, and here we get a nice trap off the EMA. And since it was trending down so well, and we had like a short-term channel right here, after the first, we had an overshoot that led to a break. You get a first entry, and then it ticked higher, and you get a second entry. And I entered one tick below this bar, and yeah, that got you a scalp. I think it gets you a scalp even if you enter below this bar too. And then if you're feeling aggressive, you get another trap set up at my trend line. First entry, second entry. Only reason I didn't like this is because at this point we had a low at the midline, and it didn't quite pull back to the trend channel, and we make this low, which is higher low. So it was just aggressive. But it is a first entry, second entry short repeat pattern of this, just another trap. And we get some congestion that breaks the channel, the overnight channel. And we are expecting another 2 legs down to a new high. So we get this leg down, and this is a first entry, failed second entry long. It's also, now I'm noticing it's also a second entry short. So those two stacked in your favor. Even though we had a break, we're expecting to move down, so I like that. And then yeah, we have this congestion. I had it drawn like this because of the midline, and I think that works out. The midline gets hit a few times. These are the lows, these are the highs. So I think I drew this well. I think it works. So we kind of make this high once, twice, 3 times, and you get here, let me draw this. Let's say it's like this. Yeah. And this is aggressive because it's going into the bottom of that channel and all this resistance, but first entry, second entry, it's a failed second entry long. We still are yet to get, could this be the second leg down after the break? Yeah, it could have been, but it wasn't. This was just sideways, and then we get this leg down. This is what I looked at as the second leg down, and that ends up working. It's off the EMA and the trend channel. More congestion. You got to just walk away from your computer when it's this congestive. Then we get this leg down, and clearly this is a level of support by this point. So we hit that level of support, get a nice move up. First, prices were trying to go lower. They didn't make a failed second entry short here, but prices were trying to go lower, and they were like right here until the last second, and they closed all the way on their high. That was too fast for me to enter, or else I would have, simply because it looked like a failed second entry short with room to scalp out to these highs. We get that. We get a break of this channel. I had this drawn steeper, or maybe flatter like this. First entry, second entry. It's a second entry. It's aggressive because we had a break. And yeah, I'm not really sure what the trend channel is here. I mean, that was obviously a steep 2 legs up right here. 1, 2. That was another reason to take this second entry. It's because of those big legs up. But yeah, I don't know. Eventually I just drew the channel like this. Can't go long here. You don't get a good signal bar, unfortunately. This is the overnight lows, I believe. Or no, this is the top of the range. This price level. So we break out, get a pullback, and this is just congestive. But we get another leg up. First entry, second entry short, or failed second entry long, I should say, after the break of this. And it just looked like it set up as a trap. That's why I marked it. And you could look at it as we're going back into congestion, which we are, but the break back into congestion fails. First entry, second entry, failed second entry short, but this is just so congestive right here. Then we get this steep leg up, and you get a, off of this low, I believe, first failed second entry short, and it is off the trend channel. That's why I marked it, but it's far away from that EMA, so it's aggressive. And we get this, and guys, here, this looks congestive, but when you're looking at it, here, let's, how do I do this? Let's stretch it out. Let's make these bars smaller too. Prices were responding to this EMA very well. So you get here, I wanted to go long here. You get a first entry. This was also, the way I had the trend drawn before was different. So let's take a look at that, because that will show you why I had, I think I drew it like this. And either way, it really worked. Let's see, is the midline? Yeah. Okay, so I had it drawn something like this. And if you zoom in now, look at how prices were responding to that midline. Really, I had the midline. Let's see. Is it the steeper channel? Okay, so I had the midline like right here, and prices were perfectly responding to this midline. And they were going up, making higher highs, higher lows. So you get a first entry, second entry. It's a doji, so I didn't want to pull the trigger here. But if that was a good signal, I wanted to go long. And then we get a first entry, second entry, and prices are making higher highs and higher lows. So this might be looked at as aggressive because this looks congestive, but we're making higher highs, higher lows. Prices are responding to the EMA. Prices are responding to this midline. So that's why I marked that. But let me get rid of this channel for now. Yeah, I don't see, we get this overshoot. And here we get a first entry, second entry. So if I didn't have my channel drawn this way before, I had it drawn how I just showed you. So if you had it drawn this way, this is a nice aggressive entry, I would say. You get it overshoot. Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but first entry, second entry off the midline. So it's something to think about. You get one leg down, two legs down, big leg down. You get a first entry, second entry short that sets up like a trap, so I like that, near the EMA off this trend channel. And I was waiting for a setup maybe here, but that didn't come. And you get, I don't know if, I'm looking at this as one leg up, two legs to a new high. And here we got a first entry, second entry near the EMA. We're expecting another leg up, so something to think about. And here, looks like I don't think there's any opportunities I see yet here, but that's what I saw for today. So I hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.